Hey everybody, fishing's a little slow today, so I thought I'd just take a time out, have a drink, a little snack, and talk about the new 2016 Shimano Stradic Ci4 Plus. And I know what you're probably thinking, because the outgoing model was an absolutely phenomenal reel also. I got one right here actually I'm using today, right there. Great reel. Now what could they possibly do to make that better? Well, believe it or not, they've actually made it lighter, stronger, and super smooth. And they've put a lot of technology in this that comes right down from the Shimano Stella, which of course we all know is a super good reel, but a little high-end in price for a lot of anglers. So this one right here is the 2500 series. It only weighs 6.7 ounces. Instead of the brass gears, these new reels have the Hagani. It's a special forged aluminum process that only Shimano does. Makes it lighter and stronger, and it won't corrode because it's aluminum. And you know, of course, we want to keep less corrosion out of our reels as possible. So if you can make something stronger and that it can't corrode, you can't lose. One of the things I really love about this new reel is I actually like this style handle a lot better than the ones on the outgoing model of this round foam handle. A lot of guys really like this. You know, it's alright. It's okay. It didn't really bother me that I felt the need to replace it or anything. But I don't know, I just really like this flat paddle. And you'll notice with the new handle, that's how it looks. If you're one of those fellas or gals that likes all your stuff matching, it's kind of nice, because if you grab one of your new Corotos, it's got the same kind of handle on it, so it matches up nice with everything else sitting on your deck and whatnot, or when you're holding it. So with the rubber handle, it's a little more durable than the foam one, I think. So that's great, because this reel is going to last me so long. I don't want to have to worry about replacing this later, 10 years down the road. Now I won't have to, so that's awesome. One of the coolest things I think Shimano did was redesigning this rotor here. They made it lighter, which I didn't think was possible. So win, that's awesome. They made it stronger and more rigid, which I didn't really think was possible. So win again, that's awesome. Now Shimano says it takes about 14% less energy, which means a little less fatigue on the angler, which is great if you're someone like me that spends countless hours on the water. You know, you do get tired out there, your wrist gets sore and whatnot, so that really does matter. Another one of the really cool things that you can't see at all, you wouldn't even really know about it, what they've actually done, and I'm not sure how, is they've moved the center of gravity of the reel up closer to the rod, so it's a little more centered. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, that doesn't really matter. Like, who cares where the center of gravity is on the reel? It matters. When you feel this thing, it's absolutely perfectly balanced. Just phenomenal. Now, I was trying to explain to somebody in a different term that they might find a little easier to understand than in fishing, because this person really doesn't fish. I tried to explain it like a car. A lot of us know about cars and different fancy sports cars like Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And one of the things Ferrari and Lamborghini does is they move their engines where? Towards the center of the car, because that centers the gravity and it balances everything much, much better. Same thing with this reel. So if you move the weight closer to the center up by the rod, and it just feels that much better. And that's about the only way I can really think to explain it in a non-fishing kind of term. If you pick one up, you'll see, you'll understand. It's absolutely phenomenal. One of the other things Shimano did is they brought down some technology from, I believe this is from the Stella, and they call it core protection. And what it is it's a more sealed body, and there's a series of washers and O-rings and stuff inside the reel where the gears all mesh together and whatnot. and it's basically a waterproofing type of system. Now you'll notice on the new 2016 Stradic, there's no switch for an anti-reverse. Whereas on this one, there's your switch for your anti-reverse. But what happens is water can get in there. So water gets in there, dirt and whatnot. It's just not good for your reel. So with this one, there's nothing there. It's just all nice and sealed up. So you don't have to worry about, fishing in the rain a lot or dropping it in the lake by accident or who knows what else. So I talked a little bit about the Hagani gears, how they're super strong and light and everything like that. But beyond the technical stuff, let's talk about application, what that really means to the guy who's going to buy this and use it on the water every day. Now, I fish with a guy who loves fishing a Senko, weightless, to skip it way under docks and trees, and it's really, really thick stuff. Personally, I only use a bait caster for stuff like that, but for someone who wants to use a spinning reel for heavy applications like skipping under docks and trees, he even uses it for a frog sometimes in heavy mat. A reel like this that has super strong gears, you need that. I mean, if you have a reel that doesn't have a strong enough gear or good enough gear ratio, you're not going to be able to get the fish out of that kind of thick junk. Especially fishing docks, trees and slop and frogs and stuff like that, that a lot of people use bait casters for, but not everybody likes to do that. So that's good. This is a reel that's great for somebody that wants to use a spinning reel for heavier applications with the stronger Hagani gears and body. So you're going to get years and years and years out of one of these. I actually have an old Shimano Stradic. It's got to be at least 15 years old. See, that reel works just as good as it did the day I bought it. So you can't go wrong with buying a high-end Shimano product like this. It'll last you a long time. So if you're in the market for a new spinning reel, this new Shimano Stradic Ci4 Plus is absolutely phenomenal. It's at a pretty good price point for what you get. I really do believe that. It's about $320 Canadian. Today what I'm doing is I'm drop shotting with this reel. I have it matched up on a Zodius 270 ml. It's a medium light, super great drop shot rod. As you can see, if you're an aesthetics kind of person, this reel matches this Zodius rod just beautiful. On a little bit of a side note, super light, super strong, super smooth. So win. Great job, Shimano. So just a couple more things I want to let you know about this new Ci4 from Shimano. This is the box it'll come in. It has a 6-to-1 gear ratio. It weighs 6.7 ounces, which is incredible. Has 7 ball bearings. So yes, it still has Shimano's X ship. They made the gears lighter. They made the gears stronger. They've redesigned the rotor, made it lighter, stronger, more rigid. The drag, awesome, still 20 pounds of drag. They've moved the weight closer to the rod, so it balances even better. So, is there really a difference in the new Stradic Ci4 Plus HD to the outgoing Stradic Ci4 Plus FA? Heck yes. One more thing that they've actually done, which I've noticed helps casting a little bit, and the smoothness, the way the line comes off the reel. When you open up the bail really clears the spool and moves away much further than the outgoing model. Just like all my gear, I got this reel at Pro Advantage Sports and Hobbies in Belleville, Ontario. If you don't live in the Belleville area, to swing by and check one of these out there from Jamie, just head into your local store. They should definitely have them. But don't just look at it in the cabinet. Ask them to get it out for you. Get it in your hand, feel it, even put it on a rod. Ask them to put it on a rod for you. See how it actually feels when you're going to be using it. I find that's really key. Whenever you're picking out any reel or rod, ask your retailer to put a reel on it for you. Maybe the reel you have or the reel that you're going to get. So yeah, if you go look at these, ask them to put it on a Zodius rod for you. Ask them to put it on a Crucial or what rod you might be looking at. And see how it feels. I'm sure you'll be more than pleased. So When I went to Pro Advantage Sports and Hobbies in my hometown Belleville here, Jamie handed me the box, so I picked the reel up off the counter. I thought, wait a minute, is this reel in the display still and I got an empty box here by mistake? No, it only weighs 6.7 ounces. So don't be surprised when you pick this box up at your local store and it feels super light. Don't worry, the reel probably is in there. It's that light, it's incredible. Please like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. Thanks a lot, guys. I think I'm gonna go see if I can put this thing to use and get some fish in the boat now.